I think it was a calf or a hamstring. Put leg.
Number 8. Number 17, Logan. Number 18, Noble Ocello. Number 27, Haruno Ringo. Number 37, Paco Guerrero. Number 90, Luis Massafi. And the captain for your Indy 11, wearing number 14, Aiden Bowen. The head athletic trainer for Indy 11 is Scott Franco. Indy 11 assistant coaches are Phil Presser and Jason Perry. The goalkeeper coach is Andy Swift. And the head coach of your Indy 11 is Mr. Sean McAuley.
Come out fast and strong, Greg.
I try to do that every broadcast.
You do. You actually do.
Sort of, you know.
I'd have seen 3 goals in the first 10 minutes. Put this one away early.
Well, in the month of May in Indianapolis, we're always concerned with the weather. Whether your day was spent at the track or for the Indy 11 match or both, it is absolutely perfect conditions here in central Indiana. For the first time, Indy will take on Sporting Club Jacksonville, one of the two new franchises in the USL Championship this year, a club that's off to a rocky start on the pitch. Alongside Dan Capsalis, my name is Greg Rakestraw. Thanks for joining us on Wish TV and ESPN Plus. The Indy 11 saw a 5-match championship streak without a loss, and last week with a 1-0 defeat at the hands of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. A struggle and then some for Sporting Club Jacksonville. They have not scored since the end of March. They have gone 388 minutes and counting without a goal. We'll focus on a couple of key pieces. First of all, for the Indy 11, it is Paco Craig, one of the all-time great defenders in this league. And Dan, he now has over 1,000 clearances for his career.
Yeah, that kind of longevity and consistency, that's an unbelievable stat. People don't maybe appreciate what that means, but that means he's putting himself in position and anticipating plays and having a massive impact on his defensive game.
He is a 5-time All-League first or second team defender, is in the top 4 in 4 different major stat categories as a defender. He's also approaching some of the records in terms of minutes, matches played, starts, etc. On the flip side, Emil Jääskeläinen, again, it's a Sporting Jacksonville team that hasn't scored a lot of goals. We've kind of identified him as the player that maybe has the most potential. He's only a couple of years removed from a season in Akron at the Division I level, Dan, where he had 23 goals in 1 year.
Yeah, he's an explosive player. Obviously, their go-to guy up top. Keep an eye on number 16 tonight.
And if you're a fan of English football, yes, he is the son of Jussi, who is in goal primarily for the Bolton Wanderers, but for 3 different English clubs over the course of 20 seasons. He's not the only famous English last name you'll reference in the Sporting Jacksonville lineup as well. Talk about all 22 players when we come back to the home of the Indy 11, Michael A. Carroll Track and Soccer Stadium. Back in just a moment on Wish TV at ESPN Plus.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Droplight is a venture studio. We don't sit on the sidelines. We build inside the brand. From stadiums to festivals to the fastest tracks in the world. We turn brands into something people feel. Turning ideas into traction, partnerships into pressure, and momentum you can't ignore. This is Ignition. This is Droplight. Fuel for brave brands.
Every place has a purpose, and the people who inhabit those places have their own reasons for being there. The last thing on their minds should be concerns about the safety of the places they're in. When it comes to security and safety for all the places that matter, Dormakaba offers a seamless flow of integrated solutions that allow people to move securely about their daily lives. Because the places that matter to you matter to us.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
Tonight's match is presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. And by IU Health. Indiana University Health is proud to be the official health care and sports medicine provider of the Indy 11, supporting athletes in our community with expert orthopedic and sports injury care close to home. Let's get you right to our starting lineups there, presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. We've referenced Jeskalainen. How about Harvey Neville? That would be Phil's son that has been in our league for the last 4 years. Christian Oliveras has been in goal in every match so far for Sporting Club Jacksonville. Former Indy 11 man Bruno Samaro coming off the bench for Sporting Jacksonville tonight. For the Indy 11, it is the same lineup that we saw in a 1-0 loss against Tampa Bay a week ago. And a bit of history. The Indy 11 are playing a team from Jacksonville since the first time in their NASL days. The last time they did that, well, people in Indianapolis weren't as excited about Jack Blake scoring 3 goals in a match. A 4-1 win by the Jacksonville Armada against the Indy 11 some 9 seasons ago.
Look at that strike. Wow.
Of course,
young Jack Blake.
Jack 9 years later, now in his 4th year with the Indy 11. And we are underway. Thanks for joining us for Indy 11 Soccer here on Wish TV and ESPN+. Then again, this is an all-new club in Jacksonville. You play at the same location as the last time Indy played in Jacksonville. Campus of the University of North Florida. This is their first year. Sporting Jacksonville also featuring a women's team in the Gainbridge Super League as well. Aiden Quinn gets clattered into. Igor Baishar, match referee this evening, making that call. And Eric Dick will send this one away for the Indy 11.
Just perfect conditions tonight, Greg. Both teams, temperature's good, light wind.
First of 2 meetings this season between these two clubs. Early counter opportunity for the Indy 11, but that guy we talked about with 1,000 clearances just picked up another one in Paco Craig.
So consistent, so methodical in his approach, disciplined. Craig doesn't miss many.
11 Soccer sponsored by Dormicaba for every place that matters. And as the Indy 11 tried to launch their first attack, but Luik Massanvi had to get caught up in his boot. Let's get to our keys to tonight's match. And presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers. Dan, take it away.
Yeah, Indy 11, come out strong and fast. Take this game early, get involved early, make it happen right out of the gates. Finish their opportunities. They've had trouble finishing some of those opportunities. Got to put those things away and get the numbers up in transition. Defensively, offensively, move quickly in transition to get numbers up, to give themselves an opportunity.
Noble Okello just couldn't keep it on frame. Was there a touch there? The answer is no, but sorry to interrupt your train of thought on the keys to the game, but there was that quick start for the Indy 11.
Come out strong and fast, and get numbers up in transition. They do that very well here. See Okello just kind of fighting for this ball.
Rendon using his speed to get there, and again Okello just couldn't keep it on frame, and he and Oliveras collide to get nothing nefarious there, just going for the ball.
Yeah, he got the ball first, so that was a clean play. Jacksonville's had some difficulty obviously this year. They've got to increase their passing accuracy, connectivity, creating opportunities in the final third. Jacksonville has not had any level of success at finding the ball in the final third and creating those opportunities. And their defensive shape, they've been vulnerable in the back. They've been a little bit disorganized, so they've got to keep a better defensive shape in order to ward off the Indy 11 attack.
Played some real kind of up and down matches, higher scoring matches to start the season. Then they had a series of 1-0 losses. And last week, just kind of got away from them. There was an early red card that, and of all places to have it happen, Charleston's not one of the places you want to be a man down early. Battery put it on him by a score of 4-0, and because of that, no Tyshawn Rose this evening. As he is sitting due to the 1-game suspension attached to the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Just one draw so far this year for Sporting Club Jacksonville. That goes back to week number 2 against Rhode Island. And Brooklyn FC, the other new side in the league this year. Indy opened their season losing at Brooklyn 1-0 on an early penalty. Brooklyn's picked up some wins since that time. Sporting Jacksonville, one of 3 teams in the championship that has yet to pick up a W. Indy has played the other out west, and that would be Monterey Bay. And And then Loudoun is the other team, and Loudoun's a bit different. Loudoun has 5 draws in 7 matches played. Aiden Quinn will track that down.
One thing Indy 11, Greg, needs to improve on is their possession percentage. It's been hovering in the low 30s. This is kind of a game where they can really highlight that possession, quick movement off the ball, keep that ball moving 1-2 touch, see if they can get that possession rating up a little bit higher.
Lindley restarts quickly. Masanvi trying to use that speed. Ball in. Doesn't find its first target. Blake trying to have a hit from distance. Blake looking for a 29th career goal, the all-time leader in goals scored for the Indy 11 in all competitions.
Well taken by Jack Blake here. Takes a step to the side and just bears it. Head down, toe down, just gets under it just a little bit, but that ball had speed, pace. Just didn't have quite the accuracy, but we talked about this before, Greg. The layout of this field, Olivares in goal for Jacksonville is shadowing his eyes because the sun is in his face. That is a prime time to shoot, 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 and crash the goal. You never know. The sun could play as an attacking player for the Indy 11. They need to take advantage of that.
Opportunity here for Jacksonville, and just swept away by Anthony Herbert. With that, let's talk about getting back to healthy. Brought to you by IU Health, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the Indy 11. In the Indy 11 injury list, a couple of players that are out for the season. One of them on that list, that being Hayden White. The other one being Pat Hogan. Charlie Sharp, we've not seen in better than a month. I think we will see him soon back out there for the Indy 11. And Muhammad Omar entered the lineup last week in Tampa Bay and immediately got hurt. I'm not exactly sure what the length of time that his rehab is going to be. Former Notre Dame player that had spent time in San Antonio for parts of the last couple of seasons.
Good pressure by Blake. They can play it back.
That was Wahab Akwe that able to keep that ball away from Jack Blake. Wahab, part of the league championship squad a couple of years ago at the Switchbacks out in Colorado Springs. And Indy being a bit more aggressive in terms of setting up the pressure. And Lindley takes one for the good of the cause for the Indy 11. That will be a free kick coming for the Indy 11. Of course, our free kicks are sponsored. It's a cavity free kick brought to us by Cornerstone Family Dentistry with locations in Carmel, Indianapolis, and Danville. And Cam may need to check said dentist after the contact that he took there on said play.
He's up, he's okay, but yeah, there's definitely a little collision there, and everybody's okay. But good opportunity here for Indy 11.
Well, that was Thomas Roberts that committed the foul that gave Lindley this opportunity.
Just trying to put this ball just beyond the 18 toward the far post, looking to time those runs going in. See if Lindley, who's more than capable of putting up a beautiful ball here.
Lindley
nice.
Lofts it up. Jacksonville got there first. Blake trying to find a window and just couldn't do it, and then he gives the foul to thwart the counter opportunity for the visitors.
If Indy 11 goes down the middle, Greg, they're going to have a little bit more congestion. It's going to be more difficult. What I'd like to see Indy 11 do is open up this Jacksonville defense, get that ball wide, spread this field out a little bit, utilize that space, and get into there quickly. If it stays congested, that's going to play into Jacksonville's defense. So Indy 11's got to open them up a little bit, getting that ball outside and moving it around, and then maybe changing the point of attack.
Craig lofts that back toward midfield. Indy 11 soccer brought to you by Desnuda, 100% organic tequila. How real tequila tastes. Masanvi told nope, there's nothing there. Masanvi, a wry smile as he hopped up off the turf. May have been doing some selling on that play.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of embellishment, but he did get hit. Wasn't totally embellished.
Blake got walloped, and that will immediately be a card. Card goes against Rafferty Petter.
Yeah, when you see a clear intent to take players out like that, you know, it's an easy call for the referee. You want to set the tone early, keep the players safe, let them know that you're not going to put up with that type of play. You'll be sent off if you do. So good for the referee here, taking early control and demanding that these guys play a little bit cleaner. Those types of fouls can really injure a guy. Jack is still limping on that one a little bit.
By the way, I want to make sure I change that. That was Roberts that picked up the yellow. That was not on Petter. So Roberts commits the yellow, and my apologies. Lindley again resets. Flag goes up. Play stops for the Indy 11.
He said 37. He said 37.
This is the kind of game, Greg, where obviously Indy 11 is the favorite. They're at home. They're playing against, you know, a team that has won a game. And the longer a game like this goes on without them scoring, without Indy 11 scoring, it plays into the mindset of Jacksonville. Like, hey, they've got a chance at this game here. So, again, we talked about Indy 11 coming out strong and fast and quick, and they've done that. See if they can put one in the back of the net and get an opportunity here.
Masanbi gets around Akwe. Has plenty of options to choose from. Cuts it across and cleared by Sporting Jacksonville. This portion of the match is brought to us by the Keystone Group, specializing in transformational developments, construction, management, and investments. Here's Jeskalainen. Played for St. Louis City 2 a season ago.
They're going to be trying to go through him all night, Greg. Jeskalainen's big, strong kid.
The volley will go up and over the Brickyard Battalion. First real scoring opportunity for Sporting Club Jacksonville this evening. So you touched on the possession or lack thereof for the Indy 11.
Yep.
Bottom two teams. Second time we've showed this graphic within a different match this year. But to be honest with you, it hasn't hampered Indy 11 from scoring goals. They were shut out in their first league loss against Brooklyn on March 8th. They were shut out against Tampa Bay last week. Those are the only two. In other words, when they have scored a goal this year in league play, they have pulled a point every time.
Right, so it's a little bit of a deceiving number, 35% possession. The key is they're doing good stuff when they have possession. Obviously, if you have more of the possession, you're in control of the game and you're giving yourself an opportunity to get that end result. But with a low possession rate like that and still have some success, it means they're very effective with the possession. And Coach McCauley even said to us a couple weeks ago, Greg, he's not so much worried about the possession rate as long as they're productive with it. And the statistics on the scoreboard do say that they have been productive, even though that possession rating is really low. I would never think a team with a 30, 31, 35% possession rate would win a game.
It's kind of good news, bad news for the Indy 11. They have scored in most every match. Problem is that they've also at least given up a goal in every match.
Right.
And to be blunt, we kind of thought this is going to be a bit of a team at first, Dan, that have a lot of 1-0 matches on the season, kind of in either direction.
Mm-hmm.
They have been offensively better than maybe we had given them credit for. Defensively, maybe they've not been as good as we would have thought this team was going to be going into the year.
Yeah, and again, newness. You got Quinn back there now instead of in the midfield. He's playing number 2 instead of a number 7. So it's a little bit different formation with Coach McCauley. They're still, even though it's still relatively early in the season, they're still getting to know each other. So a little bit of chemistry issues there.
All flicked on by Ahmad Alcock, who we have seen elsewhere in the league. Last played for North Carolina FC. Flicked that one on, but nobody there to join him. Indy a bit more eager to jump up in the pressure tonight 11 Soccer is brought to us by Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission. A little loose in midfield that time from Jacksonville. Neidlinger.
I like this. Numbers up.
O'Brien looking for Rendon. Blake was trying to line it up and never got to his feet.
The transition was good, Greg, that we talked about having a quick numbers up transition. That transition was really good. Neidlinger bringing the ball to the back. We've seen him, how capable he is of doing that.
Foul called against Cam Lindley, so it will be Sporting Club Jacksonville ball as we resume action.
Yeah, they're getting numbers forward, they're getting numbers up, just didn't get the execution on the final ball. But that movement is good. Yeah, a little bit dangerous there from Lindley.
Yeah, the high boot is what drew the whistle. No foul, just a, or no card, I should say.
Right,
but
no
a
card.
Foul.
Yeah, certainly a foul.
Yep.
Looked like Lindley knew his foot was that high, and he pulled back a little bit respectfully, which is good. Otherwise, that could have been a different ball game.
Eric Dick over to track this one down. Of course, Eric, the MVP of the postseason run by the Pittsburgh Riverhounds a season ago, did not give up a goal in the playoff chase. Craig, under pressure, threads a beautiful pass to find Josh O'Brien. Quinn sprinting forward. Masanvi gets around Akwe. Contact going in both directions. The foul will go on Masanvi as he made contact with Oliveras, who has twice taken the brunt of an Indy 11 player's leg.
Yeah, Masanvi does a great job. What a ball by O'Brien. Gets in front of his man there and is going for the ball. He's no intent there to hit the keeper, but Oliveras does take a blow to the chest. That is, you know, that's why you have so much respect for goalkeepers. They have to come out and put their body on the line to make saves. Oliveras does that right there, pays the price for it. Hopefully he's okay, but no intent by Masanvi there, and you can see Masanvi.
Trainer being waved on here for Sporting Club Jacksonville, and Oliveras goes back to ground.
Yeah, it looked like he might have hit him in the face a little bit. Maybe the cheek. Yeah, he got him in the face with the toe. So it's not intentional. You see the referee talking to Masanvi there. Just kind of giving him a warning.
Experienced backup that Sporting Club Jacksonville has in Jake McGuire if it needs to get to him. He is one of the more veteran players on this roster in terms of the 18 tonight that have USL Championship experience. And it's been Oliveras every time out in league play so far. Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Indy back at home for the first of 3 matches in this building in this month. They'll be at home both on May 23rd and May 30th as well. And they're in state for their road game next week. First in-state derby match between the Indy 11 and Fort Wayne FC. That's the second match, the Prinks Tires USL Cup. The in-progress Ruoff Mortgage Stadium that they are working on. They made their debut last Saturday.
Pretty cool.
Did Fort Wayne. They won their first home match on Wednesday against Portland Hearts of Pine. It's great that this state has gotten to the point where we have not one but 2 fully professional sides in Indiana. Ball couldn't be played by Luke Graniter. Local product for Jacksonville from Vero Beach. At the University of North Florida, which is where Sporting Club plays their home matches. Throw-in coming here as Quinn could not maintain possession.
I'd like to see Indy 11 change a point of attack a bit, Greg. Switch the defense a little bit up. Move that ball from side to side. Counterattack on the flank. So far, they've kind of gone down the middle, or they're focusing on the left side here, which is fine. Masanvi's on the left side. He's got that speed. Quinn's there dishing it to him. I'd like to see him change a point of attack and get that ball wide and open up the defense a little bit. Pretty clear what Jacksonville's going to do. They're going to send the ball through Heiskalainen through the middle, and he is dangerous, but that's easier to defend
ball will trickle in a touch. Kind of surprised that Harvey Neville didn't kind of make more of an effort to go get that one. That one could have been played. Blake gets a fine. Blake left foot. Right at Oliveras again first. He's had a chance to make a play on a ball tonight. Blake had one that went up and over the bar earlier. But that developed quickly for the Indy 11.
And nice play, top of the box. Watch him with here. What Blake does, he gets it with the inside, takes it to the outside of the left foot here, and then bam, buries it, but just could not place it properly, but got a clean strike on it with the left foot. It shows you the versatility that a player like Jack Blake has. He's not just going to his right. He can go to his left. That makes a player that much more dangerous, unpredictable. If you can go right or left, the defender has no idea what you're doing. So you kids out there watching, you've got to develop both feet equally so you can be twice as dangerous and unpredictable when you're going to goal. Jack Blake does that unbelievably well.
You're always coaching, aren't you? Always coaching. One of your former proteges is going to be joining us here in the booth in a matter of moments. These days, he's the Indy 11 women's coach, and Brandon Kim, as they will start their 5th season of W League play coming up on Wednesday night. They take on Racing Louisville's W League squad. In fact, the guy that we just called BK is, as soon as he heard his name,
BK,
he just magically appears. And Brandon is joining us now as we'll have a restart coming up. Buddy, it's good to see you. Good to talk to you for a second day in a row. How you doing?
Great to see you, gentlemen. You know what? I'm at a soccer game. The sun is shining. There's no rain. It's a great day.
You got to spend some time at the Motor Speedway yesterday too. How was that for you?
It was tremendous, man. I'm such a race fan, and getting to see some of that and some of the lower class stuff as well was super neat. And, got to hang out in a couple of the garages and make my way around and shake some hands. It was cool.
So first of all, you actually played for Dan.
I did.
At Carmel High School.
Yes,
Tell us about it.
I tell you what, Dan is probably one of the most inspirational coaches I ever played for. I think, was it 2006 we won a state championship, Coach?
That's right.
Undefeated. The end of that year, we had a door-sized poster board that had all of our Danisms from the year, all of the sayings. I can't share all of them, but no, it was definitely a motivational guy. I mean, it was an unbelievable team. Playing for Dan is
it was a lot of fun.
Something I cherish for sure.
Great memory, Brandon.
Absolutely.
Great memory, for sure. So good to see where you're at now, what you're doing with the Indy 11 women. My gosh, what a run you've been on. Just so proud of you and so happy for you. And tell us a little bit about that experience and where you're at with it now.
I mean, honestly, I'm just incredibly fortunate to have had such incredible mentors, including yourself, Joe Sahaki, our former head coach, Paul Dolinsky, just guys that I've been around my whole life, and you know, I've been able to watch you guys do your thing and learn from you guys, and you're all different in your own ways, and so being able to take, you know, your best qualities and kind of add them to my own palette has been, you know, something that's been really important to me and dear to my heart, and it's really helped me become, you know, the person and the coach that I am. So, you know, I owe a lot to the community and the people that I had around me.
Been fun to watch you, buddy. Fun to watch that rise.
Brandon, you've been a part of the group really since day one. 3 years as assistant coach, Paul Dolinsky. Now 2nd year as the head coach. A lot of familiar faces are back with you from last year as well, both coaching-wise, but just as importantly, if not more so, on the field. What do you take from last year and apply to this year?
Yeah, I think, I mean, we're always learning, right? We're always trying to figure out how we can improve ourselves. And I think this year it's just the organizational piece of things and trying to make sure we hit the ground running, because obviously with such a short window before games get going, you know, building that culture and making sure that the girls are familiar with each other as quickly as we can is the most important. So, you know, opportunities like this where we've got, you know, I think 12 girls out here at the game tonight hanging out. We got to grab a bite to eat before we came out here and hung out in the fun zone for a bit, signed some autographs. So just getting the kids together and getting them familiar, you know, trying to get as much game action as we can in training over the first few days, just to, again, become comfortable with one another.
Well, as you know, as a player, Brandon, and coaching, building that chemistry
for sure
between the players and building that camaraderie, doing those things off the field are super important. So,
right.
You know, props to you for coordinating that and organizing that, because that's really, really important. Right?
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things from last year is, you know, we were a very young team last year. We had a lot of academy kids, and you know, probably half of those academy kids just finished their freshman year of college. And so the best thing about that is because, you know, they've grown up playing here and they've got a good chunk of experience with us now, they can bring some of their college teammates home with them. And so, you know, there's already a little bit of comfortability in some of these smaller groups when, you know, you've got groups of players that have played, you know, a year or two together with their college teams, and now it's not necessarily throwing a random group together. It's pockets of groups, and so being able to bring them together becomes a little bit more less challenging, I'd say.
Final thing before we let you go, we told this story on Soccer Saturday with your appearance earlier today on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. I think it's so unique related to the men's team here. Again, you've got players from IU, from Butler, from Purdue, from Xavier, etc. But you've also got players from Notre Dame, which again makes sense given the closeness of South Bend to Indianapolis. But there's an Indy 11 tie as well, because for those that don't know, former Indy 11 head coach Martin Rennie is an assistant on the women's team at Notre Dame these days. What's that relationship been like for you?
Yeah, Martin and I have always gotten along really well. It's funny, my little brother had some experience in training camp and preseason playing with Martin before he decided to move into the corporate world. But no, Martin and I have a great relationship. He and I get along really well, and I think he's just got a soft spot for Indy, and is willing to help us any way that he can. So, making some of the connections with those players and even just some of his own recommendations. Like, obviously, I'm watching college teams play all year, and so sending my list of players to him, and he'll, kind of come back with, like, this is realistic, maybe this one, or, were you able to see this kid? Or we've got a couple kids that, we think would do really well coming into you guys this summer, and so it's been a really good relationship to have.
Again, folks, 9 matches this summer, not counting playoff matches. First one at home, Wednesday night against Racing Louisville's W League squad. 7 o'clock at the Grand Park Indoor Event Center on the Drop Light Grand Park Sports Campus. BK, good to see you, buddy, and
Thanks
I'll see
so much,
you Wednesday night.
Always good to see you, Brandon.
And Brandon
Keep
Kim,
up the great work, buddy.
Women's head coach for the Indy 11, kind enough to join us for our mid-first half interview. Be able to watch all of the W League action through Sports Engine. I'll be fortunate enough to have the call in the vast majority of those matches as well.
Fun to see Brandon and what he's done with the women's team here, and just a great coach, great person. Really proud of what he's done, and look forward to watching that team and continue to blossom under his leadership.
And the Indy 11 women's team won the W League title in 2023. They won their division each of the first 3 seasons. Did not win their division last year. Looking to return to the playoffs for a 4th time in 5 years. They'll play opposition from Louisville, Dayton, and Toledo in their division this year.
While we were talking to Brandon there, Greg, we saw Masambi get a header on frame, unfortunately, right to Oliveris. But Indy 11 is pressing. They are getting opportunities. One of the keys we talked about was finishing those opportunities. So the opportunity is there. Now they've got to finish it. They have had some good looks. Blake has had a couple of good looks. Masambi's had a good look. They're knocking on that door, but they've got to finish that ball.
Indy 11 corner kicks are presented by IBEW 481. First of the match for the Indy 11. Yes, this has been a match where Indy has been the dominant team in possession.
No question.
Has been rare this season.
But we kind of predicted it tonight against this Jacksonville team, young new team, and they're doing it. Indy 11's doing it. They just got to find it in the back of the net.
Aquay got there first. O'Brien settles, but couldn't clear the bodies on the dance floor.
It hit Jack Blake, who had fallen.
Quinn resets, set across, goes all the way through, just kind of tantalizingly hanging at the edge of the 6. Again, not completely cleared, although a chance for Sporting JAX to regain their defensive shape.
Trying to get that ball in the air to Okello. He's got that size. Just hasn't been able to get a clean look at it yet.
Good casual that time from Rendon, and possession lost by the home side.
Jacksonville, and we talked about in the keys, Greg, the transition, right? The quick transition for Indy 11, numbers up. Jacksonville is giving up a lot of space in the midfield, and Lindley anchor in that midfield. Get forward, get those numbers forward, get O'Brien, get Blake forward, and get those numbers going in the offensive third. And that's what's helping them create some of these opportunities. Jacksonville has given up a lot of space. Indy 11 needs to take advantage of that.
Jordan Rosters, you need to see the fight doctor. He needs a new jersey and needs to get some blood to stop. So after a week after playing a man down for most of the match. They're going to be at least a man down for a couple minutes till this gets resolved. So kit man and trainer out to see Rossiter, native of Liverpool, one of 13 international players on this Sporting JAX outfit.
Didn't see exactly what happened to him, but definitely you see the signs of the end result. He's definitely got some blood on his face and took a shot in some capacity. Might have been an elbow.
An advantage currently for the Indy 11. They try to push the issue while they've got it.
The possession rate for Indy 11 is better tonight. Part of that is Jacksonville is not pressing high, so they're giving the backs of Indy 11 and midfield a little bit more time and space. So the possession rate should be going up for Indy 11. Can they find that final ball?
This is basically a defensive shell drill.
It
right
is.
Now.
Right now it is. They've got 11 guys behind the ball, and that's not normal, but that's Jacksonville style. They're kind of playing like, let's hold on here. So they're not. You can see the kind of space Indy 11 has. A lot of room.
Rossiter rejoins the frame. He has a new number. Goes from number 6 to number 57. Quinn's trying to sneak behind the defense, but Blake's ball just had a bit too much on it.
I like what they're doing, though. I like what Indy 11 is doing. They're switching the ball, point of attack, going from left to right, trying to shift the defense a little bit and hit that penetrating ball at a diagonal run or inside the box. We saw Masambi do it earlier. So they're knocking on the right door. They're moving the ball well. They're finding those opportunities. But the longer, like I said, the longer this game goes without a ball in the back of net for Indy 11, that plays into the mindset and confidence of Jacksonville.
Paco Craig, quick flick by Rendon, but nobody ready to make the corresponding run for the Indy 11. Looking for the best deal in town? Check out the Pabst Blue Ribbon Deck the next time you're at Carroll Stadium. Enjoy $3 PBRs all game long. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com or the Indy 11 box office. Day of game. Pabst Blue Ribbon, because you deserve a blue ribbon. I tell you what, of all nights to enjoy a PBR, tonight would be that.
Sounds pretty good.
Temperatures in the low 70s today after frankly a chilly week for this time of year.
Yeah, it was.
Lots of rain yesterday. There seemingly has been no middle ground for temperatures for home games this year.
No.
Rendon is on side, but ran out of real estate to keep that ball in play. What would you like to see differently from the Indy 11, given the fact they've got the ball at their feet now? What should they be doing differently in the attack, again, against a very compacted defense of Jacksonville?
Yeah, they've got to get that ball wide, just like they did there. Just got a little away from Rendon there, but get that ball wide and serve it across. You're going to pull defenders out of the box and create some of that space. So attack from the outside in. But they're doing a good job of transition. They're doing a good job of finding the ball to feet. I'd like to see them drop the ball back a little bit to Blake or Lindley coming through and hit that one-touch ball. Try to find more ways to get open to hit that ball and take the shot from outside the 18. They don't have to get inside the box. They can take that shot from outside, take it early, try to catch a keeper off guard.
Rendon may have rolled an ankle again. There's not much space between the playing surface and the track surface, and
he's
cleats versus track surface tend not to do all that well.
Yeah.
Kind of a lip there as well. He may have just tweaked an ankle a little bit.
You can tell he's favoring it on the far side there. He's favoring it a little bit. Hope he's okay. A guy like that, he'll stay in the game and play through it. But you're right, Greg. The lip off the turf onto the track can be really, really challenging when you're coming off the field at speed and you lose your footing like that. It's one of the negatives of this particular pitch.
He's got a full 18, but again, there are some notable players. The depth is a little smaller than it normally would be because of some injuries. Enlist Micah Thomas, who's down with an injury right now, and our back to health report earlier. opportunity here for Jacksonville. Neidlinger blocks the cross and keeps it in play.
Great D by Neidlinger there.
And because, frankly, possession and chances, as Neidlinger is taken down, have been so minimal tonight for Jacksonville, we have not talked, other than, say, a clearance by Paco Craig or two. We've not talked about the other defenders. Well, again, Neidlinger, a guy that's 20 years of age, third year with the Indy 11. Youngest player to score a goal, have an assist in club history 2 years ago. Did not play much last year because of the Hayden White injury. This is going to be his opportunity at right back. What are you seeing from Logan so far?
I love it. He's confident. He's effective. He's obviously, you can see how he's matured. Just his presence on the field, his decision making. He's doing a lot of things right. He's more comfortable on the ball. He's more confident. So he's filling that role really well. He got the opportunity now with the injury to Hayden. So he has stepped in and he has done really well. And I think Coach McCauley's been really pleased with him as well.
Ron County High School was going to attend the University of Indianapolis. Then he signed a professional contract with the Indy 11. There is a former Greyhound in the 18 tonight, and Mikel Rashid.
Good ball.
Flicked on Masanvik. You would think the shortest player on the field would have an easier time of keeping that below the bar. Not the case for Louis.
And those are tough balls. The ball, first of all, the ball is spinning. People got to realize when you strike a ball, the technical ability to strike a ball like this, watch this ball spin. That spin is really going to cause some problems. But he gets under it. When you're hitting a volley like that, you got to get your leg over and down so you hit the ball down. It's a very difficult ball to hit.
Opportunity here. Ball played across, goes all the way through, and nobody was there, but a bit of a heart and throat moment for the Indy 11. Lindley knew he was beat. He was reaching for the arm of Roberts, and frankly, the advantage was played. If Roberts, frankly, would have went to the ground, that's probably, it's not a penalty, but it's going to be a set piece just outside of the 18.
Now, that was certainly dodged a bullet there. They were a little bit disorganized and maybe a lack of communication. You cannot miscommunicate on plays like that, and there was a clear breakdown.
At Bellevue University, your success is the only thing that matters. That's where they offer education designed to help you achieve your next goal. Find out more at degrees.bellevue.edu/goals. Can the Indy 11 find a goal? Rendon waiting. Aiden Quinn, can he find a window?
The shot off.
Neidlinger lines it up. And that will be a corner coming, and now we will have a medical check for the player that took one at very close range for Jacksonville. And there was a bit too much deliberation time at the end of that transition moment for the Indy 11.
I mean, they had 3-on-1, and could not get a clean, clear shot off. Rendon hit that ball. Something, and the defender's on him at this point, and Okello just can't find a place. I mean, that ball's got to find a way to the back of the net. They had an unbelievable opportunity there. They transitioned well. Their transition was good. Numbers up. That's what we're talking about. They just could not find that final ball. That's what's really inhibiting Indy 11 right now. They are dominating this game, but not on the scoreboard yet.
It is a corner kick brought to us by IBEW 481. Rossiter has to come off after the medical check. So again, Sporting JAX is currently a man down. Bending ball in. Okello got to it. Either be a foul on Okello or simply a goal kick. Either way, opportunity missed by the Indy 11.
Such a rare opportunity, Greg. 3-on-1 at speed. Right, you've got the defender on his heels. Almost inevitably, there's almost no way you cannot get a shot on that if you execute it properly. So, a little bit mismanaged there by Indy 11, and an opportunity wasted.
Oliveira's taking a moment as well.
Those are the plays they have to finish. You don't get those very often, and when you get them, you've got to take advantage of them.
Indy 11 maybe trying to win by technical knockout this season, given the injuries that Sporting JAX is seemingly going through.
And Oliveira's has just been taking his lumps. This doesn't look like, that doesn't appear to be anything that a contact might maybe just like, it's like they might have just tweaked the muscle or something here, but He's been tough in the goal tonight.
Rossiter wave back on, by the way, for Sporting Club Jacksonville. It certainly has been a trial by fire for this brand new team. You saw Liam Fox on the sideline.
Talk about tough. Rossiter, man, he took a shot, came off bleeding, and then just took a rocket from Neidlinger to the face. Like a hockey player, good hockey player. Back on the ice, right? Don't miss a shift. I love it. Tough.
Long distance ball for Rendon. Wins the foot race to get there. Has Masanvi with him. Plays that off the Sporting JAX defender. It will be another corner kick brought to us by IBEW 481.
Like the transition. They're executing a lot of things really well. Indy 11 is. One thing they're not executing. Getting that ball in the back of the net and that final shot.
You keep feeding it in, you keep getting corners at some point.
Yep.
You think the dam's going to break.
Yeah, it should.
Looking for the back post this time. Blake didn't do what he wanted to with it. By the way, our final 5 minutes of half number 1 brought to us by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today.
I'd like to see them get the ball, Indy 11 get the ball to Okello's feet.
Akwe just stumbles over top of the ball. Again, an opportunity for the Indy 11. Sanvi futilely tried to get that ball to Noble Okello. Oliveras will simply smother it. Again, to be clear, right now, a point would be a win for Jacksonville, given
it would be
the struggles they have been having.
It would be. You can see how difficult it is.
8-second violation. They're going to get for, and again, this new FIFA rule in terms of distribution. This is going to go back to the Indy 11. Did not clear the ball in time.
It's going to be a corner.
First time we have seen this called in a match this year.
And I like it. They're changing this starting in July. They're going to be putting a time limit on substitutions. They're going to be putting a time limit on throw-ins, goal kicks, goalkeeper distribution.
So this is a corner kick presented by IBEW 481.
Heads up by the referee on that one. Wow.
And that did not start in this league until the beginning of this year. It went into effect for the 25-26 world calendar. Looking back door, Oliveras the punch. Blake hits that one towards the scoreboard.
Great play by Oliveras, coming out and reading that well and just punching that ball out. Blake got a good solid shot on it, just got under it and put it into orbit there.
I'm laying out with the count. 8 seconds is right there.
The referee was all over that. Clear violation.
Because, you know, we're Hoosiers. Everything we reference basketball. It's kind of like a 3-second call. It's really 4 or 5 by the time that actually gets called.
Right.
Kind of a similar thing with that as well.
It's one of those things that, you know, FIFA and the world of football are implementing. It's something else that the referees have to manage now, right? They have to manage a clock. You know, that's never happened before. So this is something new for referees as well. And that referee right there, spot on. It was 12, 13 seconds, and Oliveras obviously kind of like, forgot about it there for a minute, because you don't want to be giving up corner kicks for no reason. That's just something that coach, drives coaches mad.
Reminder, catch Soccer Saturday every Saturday morning on 93.5 and 107.5 The Fan. Live at 9 a.m. podcast after the fact. This week we spoke with coaches Sean McCauley and Brandon Kim, and Cole Pepper, the voice. Sporting Club Jacksonville. You've heard this before. It is a corner kick presented by IBEW 481.
The other thing I like what Indy 11's doing, I like Neidlinger. We talked to him earlier, Greg, about how he's come into his own here and showing more confidence. I like him going forward from the outside back into the flank area. He's coming in undefended. He's got time. He can look up, distribute the ball. I like to see more of that.
Ball into the mix, and there was a sea of humanity. And eventually ball tracked all the way out. Lindley elects to keep it in play. In Indy 11, 9 shots compared to 1 for Sporting JAX. However, on target, that number is 2-0. And a foul called against the Indy 11. And since we have brought up the idea of possession, 57% for Indy, 43% for Sporting JAX.
That is Indy's, it might be their highest possession rating this year. So they were around 45% coming in. So that is, it's clear, you can see it. You can see how they're moving. Jacksonville is not pressuring the ball, allowing Indy 11 to have more time, but Indy 11 is doing a good job managing the ball. On corners like that, Greg, we saw that you said mass humanity in front of the goal. There's 20 guys in front of the goal. What I'd like to see there, play a short ball, force the defenders to come out of the box. Then you got some open up some space.
Combination effort here by Jacksonville. Lindley tracks back, and Cam Lindley always on the hustle bus in his 125th appearance with the Indy 11. Alcock got it. Flag stays down, and Sporting JAX has their first goal in weeks, and they will take the lead just before halftime.
I mean, just an unbelievable shot by Alcock. I mean, Lindley does a great job on the end line here. Get that ball out. They just couldn't quite get it out of the defensive third there, and Alcock just comes and buries it. Side panel, upper 90. What a goal.
It is the first goal since March 28th against the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Again, scoring in March was not a problem for this team. April was right out, but that an absolute banger.
Classic give and go. Absolute classic give and go. Uncontested. And just like that, a team that has been dominated this entire half is up 1-0. Wow.
For Ahmad Alcock, it is his first goal of the season. It is the 6th goal in league play in total. 5th different player for Sporting JAX to score this year. And those shots may be 9-2 in favor of the Indy 11, but the scoreboard says something completely different.
And that's all that matters. I mean, the opportunities that the Indy 11 have not found the back of the net. The one opportunity Jacksonville gets, and that's Murphy's Law. That's how it happens. Can't give them an inch. They're capable of doing anything. You just can't give them that opportunity. Classic give and go. Brilliant finish by Alcock. Well, Indy 11, that's a dagger going into halftime. You've dominated this game. You've created. You've possessed. And you're down 1-0 going into the locker room. They've got to fight back here.
4 minutes of additional time, about halfway through that.
And these are the kind of games, Greg, as a coach, you think, okay, what's my team made of now? What are we made of? How are we going to respond? How are we going to come back out and find a response to that? And how are we going to master this game? And they got to figure this out quick.
Rendon runs out of real estate to try and track that down. Fans, you can show your Indy 11 pride and get your exclusive IMCU Indy 11 debit card at any IMCU branch or online at imcu.com today.
I mean, how many times have we even mentioned Eric Dick tonight, right? I mean, just maybe a couple times, a handful. It hasn't really even been part of the game because there's been no activity in Indy 11's defensive third.
Frankly, Jacksonville scored kind of how Indy 11 have scored at times this year without having much the ball.
That's correct. Yeah, we've been on the other side of that.
Well, off of Anthony Herbert. Throw in coming for.
But that quick combination, that's just classic give and go, how effective it is. They executed that to perfection.
And frankly, now with a goal staked to them, they may bunker even a little bit further.
They could. They've not been in this position before. We'll see what they do. I always say the best defense is a good offense. Keep attacking, keep coming, keep going forward, keep pressing. But we'll see how they handle it. This is not a situation they've been in before, so it's uncharted territory for Jacksonville. One that they're enjoying right now for sure.
And they scored 2 goals in back-to-back matches against Miami and Pittsburgh. So early in the season, that wasn't the issue. And it was a drought north of 400 minutes without scoring. Just wiped away. We have reached our 4 minutes. See how much longer we play on before halftime.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach McCauley mix it up at halftime.
And a yellow showed to all our goal score as Alcock ends up clattering into Cam Lindley.
And 11 needs to get more out of Okello. O'Brien's getting involved. You got Blake getting involved. They've got the talent. They've got the opportunity here. They've got to dig a little bit deeper. They've got to play with a little bit more intensity and fight for it a little bit. They don't do that, they're going to continue to struggle.
Rendon heads it up, but again, Oliveras will go grab it, and that is that. Well, in Indy 11, it's been one-sided in their favor, but sometimes the scoreboard tells a completely different story. Jacksonville took advantage of their lone opportunity. It is 1-0 in favor of the road side, and as he always does, Sean McCauley is to us in a hurry, so we can chat with him before he chats to the boys at halftime. Obviously, that late goal changes a lot for you, Coach. Just your thoughts on half number one.
Yeah, I thought we've played all right and we've created enough chances. We've just not put any chances away, and that's, damaging for us, because then you leave yourself open for a one goal that they've got, and they've got something to hold on to now. So we'll make a change at half time, but we'll bring Kizzer on. He deserves a chance, and we'll try and get some more chances at their goal again and just keep playing, keep plugging away.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Again, head coach Sean McCauley. So he tells you Edward Chisholm will come in and see if he can get that finishing touch for the Indy 11. One goal for Jacksonville. It feels like more. Sporting Jacksonville has a goal-to-0 lead at the break.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at your Sherwin-Williams store.
Deep inside you, there's a spark waiting to be ignited, a yearning for a real connection, something that truly moves you. Find experiences that stir your soul in our new Kentucky home, where amazing nature and authentic bluegrass inspire you, where world-renowned bourbon and horses wow you. Kentucky, find what moves you.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
A beautiful night for the beautiful game in downtown Indianapolis. We're at halftime between Sporting Jacksonville and the Indy 11. Now, you have noticed us during the beginning of first and second halves in broadcast this year. We're not showing game action. Well, that's because there hasn't been game action. It was part of the ongoing protest from the USL Players Association because of ongoing CBA talks between them and the United Soccer League. Thankfully, that is no more because, as you see, a tentative CBA agreement has been reached in the last few days. And again, this will carry us past 2030. Some of the details, Dan. Contracts were 10 months in length. Now they are 12 months. Health insurance required for all clubs. Minimum compensation has been increased by 40%. And as someone that's kind of an OG of soccer, You were soccer before it was cool here in Central Indiana. We now have this sort of CBA for a league that is not to a Division I status yet. It may very well be in the next couple of years. But to have this in multiple leagues in North American soccer is really significant.
I mean, it's a great step. What a step in the right direction, especially for the players, Greg. I mean, they've really beefed this up and made a strong commitment to the players with the CBA here on those details. So really exciting for the teams and the players.
I also want to respect both sides for working through this while not affecting play. There was not a work stoppage. And frankly, fans were not deprived of seeing their team play these last couple of months while this was worked out.
That was really done respectfully in the sense of not interrupting any coverage or any games. So they did a great job of managing that and balancing that.
Again, we're at halftime here in Indianapolis. More around the USL Championship when we come back as you're watching Indy 11 Soccer on Wish TV and ESPN+.
Wanted the near post and flicked along and in. How's that for a response from Charleston?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
With more features to keep your account safe and secure. Northwest Bank is here for what's next.
Good dog.
This week on USL All Access, we'll discuss U.S. Open Cup results, World Championship teams stand at the three-quarter pole.
Alex Grinaldi puts SAFC ahead.
But most importantly, the agreement reached between USLPA and USL HQ on the collective bargaining agreement.
You'll see it SiriusXM FC or the USL YouTube page every Tuesday night.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. We hope you're enjoying your match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines from the championship. Last week we learned a lesson. Never leave a match early if the outcome is in doubt. 3 matches were decided in added time, beginning with Colorado Springs, grabbing a 3-3 draw with San Antonio in the 100th minute. Peter Wilson headed home the game-tying goal for Oakland Roots in a 2-2 draw with Loudoun United. And Michel Benitez cleaned up a saved penalty kick in added time to lead Sacramento Republic to a 3-2 win. over Orange County. Louisville City's run to the round of 16 in the U.S. Open Cup earned the club $50,000 in prize money for being the furthest advancing team from the USL Championship. Lou City won a regulation wins tiebreaker with Colorado Springs to get the prize. It's still early in the season, but a trend that's helping the top clubs winning at home. Entering Week 10, 7 clubs above the playoff line in their respective conferences are unbeaten at home, so far led by San Antonio in the West, Tampa Bay in the East. Upcoming national broadcasts, AC Boise and FC Naples next Wednesday in League One. Then it's Richmond Kickers and Charleston Battery in the USL Cup. Rhode Island hosts Brooklyn. All 3 matches are on the CBS Sports Network. Now the second half is getting closer. Let's get you back out to your match.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Droplight is a venture studio. We don't sit on the sidelines. We build inside the brand. From stadiums to festivals to the fastest tracks in the world. We turn brands into something people feel. Turning ideas into traction, partnerships into pressure, and momentum you can't ignore. This is Ignition. This is Droplight. Fuel for brave brands.
Indiana is built on community, pride, and coming together. And on match day, that spirit lives at the heart of Indy 11.
And cuts it back, headed home. It is time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis for the first time this year.
Families, friends, lifelong fans, and first-time supporters alike. It's more than a match. It's a place where Indiana gathers to cheer, celebrate, and belong. Experience the energy at the mic. Get your tickets today at Indy11.com.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
The Indy 11 have controlled the pace of play, the number of shots, the possession. None of that matters. You don't control the scoreboard. Sporting Jacksonville has taken care of their one opportunity. Ahmad Alcock gets the goal late in the first half, and Indy trails a 0-0 to a winless Sporting Jacksonville club. Again, alongside Dan Capsalis, my name is Greg Rakestraw. And again, we saw everything we needed to from the Indy 11, Dan, just not finishing. And credit Jacksonville took advantage of the one opportunity they got.
And that's Murphy's Law. I mean, right now, Indy 11, they're out possessing. They're moving better. They're transitioning better. They're creating opportunities. They just can't get that final ball, which we talked about as one of the keys before the game. Jacksonville, one opportunity, back of the net. Wow.
We'll see Edward Chizik come on to start half number 2 for the Indy 11. First, a look back at half number 1. Again, 9 shots in the first half for the Indy 11. And again, a possession rate unlike anything else we've seen all season long.
They're at 57%, which is their highest possession rating this season. They're getting opportunities. They just have not been able. This 3-on-1, I mean, they just royally mess this up. You got a 3-on-1 and you don't even get a shot on goal. That's almost, I mean, that's kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you, Greg. I mean, they've got to do better. They've got to find a way to take advantage of that. That was a clear, easy opportunity that was botched by Indy 11.
Cam Lindley with the hustle, but again, a pickup in midfield. How about some beautiful one-touch football and slotting this one past one of the best keepers in the league.
And, I mean, just a brilliant give and go, classic give and go, and that's the power of one touch. Tough to defend it, and just a brilliant finish by Alcock. What a goal.
We will have an expected substitution. to begin half number 1. And all of our substitutions are brought to us by our friends, the Morales Group. More on that in a moment. Here are the halftime stats. That number for possession bumps up to 59 by the end of the half. That number of shots bumps up to 12. But again, shots on target, just 2-1.
That's it. And the shots on target, the percentage of possession is phenomenal. It's the best Indy 11's had all year, and yet they're down 1-0. Those shots on target, they've got to get themselves in better positions to get that ball and find that back of the net. They're creating, they're just not finishing.
So Chizza in for the Indy 11. Look at the likeness of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Pagoda. Side of the JW Marriott. Chizza in, Okello out. Our substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiency.
I like the move. I said before halftime, wouldn't be surprised if Coach McCulley mixes it up at half, and he has. And I like the move of taking Okello off the field and putting Chizza in, trying to get a spark, trying to get a little bit of energy in there. I think it's a good move. See if Chizza can come to have an impact.
3 weeks ago, Edward had the goal of the week in the USL Championship as part of a 2-2 draw against Birmingham Legion.
Well, Indy 11 know they're on the ropes. They know they played a relatively good half of soccer in tactically, technically, they've done well. They've got to come out even more aggressive now with a sense of urgency without giving up another goal.
Header. This one into the attacking third for the visitors. Again, just 1 point pull in the first 8 matches. And negative 13 in terms of the goal differential coming in for the visitors tonight. That is of little concern right now. Gets all the way through. Neville gets a touch. Directs it out front, takes a turn, but that turn, frankly, in favor of the Indy 11. But Neidlinger's clearance, not as desired. Shot from outside of the 18. That left something to be desired. Goal kick for the Indy 11.
I like what Jacksonville's doing. I mean, they're not, we weren't sure, Greg, they've not been in this position before where they're going into the second half winning and leading the game. Are they going to sit back and just kind of pack it in and hold on, or are they going to come at them? So if that's any indication right now, they're coming and going forward, and I like that approach from Jacksonville.
Indy 11 Soccer sponsored by Dormacaba for every place that matters. Rendon hovering around this one. Leaves it for O'Brien. Sanvi was the target. Blake will settle. And Quinn can launch the attack. Goes all the way through. Masanvi has a hit. I think that may have clipped Chizza on the way in.
I think it did hit our own guy, hit Chizza. Blocking our own shots.
Throw in will be for the Indy 11.
Keep an eye on Lindley. What he's doing is he's sitting back a little bit. He's, in the number 8/number 6 position.
Give and go. Lindley the chip. Just up and over the bar. That's about as far forward as we see Cam getting the attack for the Indy 11.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Keep an eye on him, because I think if he does get a little bit more forward, you're going to see a little bit more productivity, not just from him, but he's going to draw a defender, and his distribution is so good, he'll be able to push that ball outside, push that ball into another player. So I like to see him go forward, because he's going to draw attention, and then we can play it off to Rendon or Chizza or Masambi, who's ever up there. So Lindley is going to be key to this second half.
Lindley, his 125th appearance for the team. Only Ioze has played in more, and that is 126. And Lindley just grabbed his right foot, and he is hobbling behind the play.
Not sure I didn't see what happened.
Foul called against Jack Blake.
I think like there's 2 players down, one for Jacksonville and Lindley for Indy 11, struggling to get up.
Player down for Jacksonville, and Wahab Akwe is a bit easier to describe. Blake knocked him to the ground. That's understandable.
Lindley got a stinger there. Something. He's in a lot of discomfort. Hopefully it's something he can play through. They need him on this field.
Indy has all 3 sub windows available since they use one at halftime. Neither gives chase. That ball will trickle across the byline for an Eric Dick goal kick.
One thing, too, I think Indy 11 can do, Greg, is Mansavi, and Rendon. Get them one-on-one. Get them one-on-one outside, taking guys on. They're good, quick players. They can take guys on. We've yet to really see them get into that mode. So Lindley coming through the midfield and Rendon and Mansavi just taking people on and taking that risk.
Blake Masanvi past Akwe. Wahab recovers just enough to reclaim possession. We've seen Herbert steer that header perfectly for a Masanvi goal earlier this year. And clearly that's the game plan for the Indy 11. Try to get Masanvi in space and play him with room to get up to top speed quickly.
Well, utilize his speed, that kind of pace they have to take advantage of. Finding him with 5-10 yards in front of him is going to do them well if they can get that ball to him.
Great recognition by Rendon. He was a former defender before he was a forward. Again, it's Masanvi. Masanvi. O'Brien just couldn't get there in time. However, there was a touch. There will be a corner. And said Indy 11 corner presented by our friends at IBEW 481.
Nice run to the far post there by O'Brien. Just ball had a little too much pace on it. Got a deflection, got the corner, but again, nice movement here. Nice movement. Rendon does a great job of pulling this ball through and finding Masanvi on the outside, who pulls it across. Looking for O'Brien and just couldn't find him, but
wow.
There it is.
Oliveras thought he had his hands on it, didn't get it. Rendon is claiming it. Either way, it's a goal for the Indy 11. Time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis, and we're tied at 1 in minute 51.
Our vantage point, we couldn't really tell who hit it. Obviously, it was Rendon. We'll see the replay here, but boy, that's exactly what Indy 11 needed. They needed to come up with a response from the goal that they gave up, and they've done that here. Finally got rewarded for the type of play they've been having.
If it is Rendon, it is his 5th in all competitions, and he's going to get credit for it.
Does a great job. Oliveras is going up, and Rendon and Oliveras basically almost look like they touched the ball at the same time, Greg. Perfectly legal. Oliveras does not have possession. It's a free ball, and Rendon got the better of the touch, and quality goal. Great heads up, obviously, by Rendon there.
So Indy has equalized. Now can they go in front? Again, possession has been dominated from the start of this match by the Indy 11.
This is where you go for blood. You don't give up. You got to play like you're down.
Neidlinger gets around Neville. Overcooks it, but finds Masanvi. Quinn. Rendon again. Neidlinger's follow-up. Just couldn't keep it down.
Oh, boy, he'd love to have that one back. He knew it right away. Just got underneath it and buried it over the bleachers. Had an empty net, pretty much.
Let's go back to the corner. That delivered the goal. By the way, for Aiden Quinn, this will be his 62nd career assist. And again, Rendon got it just in enough.
He got to the ball before Oliveras, and Oliveras was looking for some type of a call. No call there.
Yeah, there's no interference there.
None. It's a clean goal. And then almost put a second one in here. They're creating an opportunity, but they got to go for blood here. Indy 11 does, because they've got Jacksonville's on the ropes right now, and they've got to smell that blood and take it.
Lindley again springs Masanvi. Has 3 options to play. Masanvi couldn't get it through.
Love the 1v1 though. That's exactly what you need from Masanvi. Take him on 1v1, that burst of speed. He can change direction and speed at the same time. That's what makes an attacking player so dangerous, Greg. When you have the ball and you can change direction and speed at the same time and spin a defender around, that's exactly what Masanvi did right there, and that's what he needs to do more of.
This portion of the match is brought to us by the Keystone Group, specializing in transmission developments, construction, management, and investments. Here's Chisholm. The lead for O'Brien has Neidlinger in support. Lindley. Cock looking for help. Plays it forward. Quinn is there. Trying to play that ball, frankly, towards us. Kind of hung up, and ends up working out just fine for the Indy 11.
Love to see you do a header.
Better with that than my feet. Blake knocks it forward. Ball ends up right back at the feet of Blake. Ball knocked free. That will be interference. That will be wiped away. No goal for the Indy 11.
Again, Oliveras, putting his body on the line. We'll see what kind of contact is here. There's definitely some contact. It's like Chiza. Is it Rendon?
It was Chiza. That was the closest to it.
There. Yeah, he hits. I don't know. He might have. Oliveras might have ran into his own player. I think he ran into his own player.
You and I both know that 9 times out of 10, that collision is going to get the benefit of the doubt in favor of the goalkeeper.
It is.
It's just the way the game has always been officiated.
If you have the benefit of VAR like we do here, they collided. Teammates collided. Chiza kind of came in, snuck around. That could have been that could have easily been a goal. But I think Oliveras did a good job of embellishing and in fast action fooled the referee, but clearly looked like they took out each other, and Chiza had nothing to do with it there.
Rendon is onside for Indy. And the pitch has been tilted in one direction in this half, and Oliveras secures that one.
Yeah, Jacksonville is out of sorts right now. They're really struggling to find their shape, find their rhythm. They're just throwing balls in, and there's no level of possession or intent. So right now, Indy 11 has to take advantage of that.
Shot 16-4 in favor of the Indy 11. And possession hovering around 59%, as it has for a good chunk of the match.
Again, that's a good number. It's a great number for Indy 11. Part of that number, though, realistically, is because Jacksonville is doing such a poor job of pressuring the ball, allowing Indy 11 to have that level of possession, which is good, and they've been effective doing it.
Herbert on the redirect. Ball goes to Oliveras. Called off Akwe on that ball. Jacksonville has their full complement of substitutions up, and Ahmad Al-Kak was in an offside position.
Jaiskalainen for Jacksonville has been relatively quiet, Greg. We haven't called his name much. He hasn't been involved in the play. They haven't gotten the ball to his feet. He's capable, and he's qualified, and he's got good goal-scoring ability, but he's been pretty shut down so far in this game.
Indy 11 Soccer, sponsored by All Occasion Tent Rental, creating lasting memories, one event at a time. Rendon, the target. Well defended by Gomez. And again, just finds an outlet for safekeeping.
I really like when we talk about it before, Neidlinger. I really like it when he gets involved in the attack. Things happen because a defender's got to pull away from the mark on Rendon or Chiza and then deal with Neidlinger coming in. He's picking his moment. He's not doing it all the time, but he's picking his moments, and I really like it when he gets forward because it creates all kinds of problems for Jacksonville's defense.
Rendon is onside. Throw in coming from the Indy 11. And Neidlinger, a young man that is valued for his versatility. Can play midfield, can play right back. Ball flicked a couple of times by the Indy 11. Neidlinger stuck his neck in there. Maintained possession for the Indy 11. Quinn cuts it back, flicked up and over the bar. O'Brien was the target, and as we have learned over 4 years, Aiden Quinn can find a way when it appears there are no angles available.
Yeah, no, Aiden Quinn's distribution continues to be just magical. You know, Blake does a good job noticing him, gets him outside, pulls the defender out. That's exactly what you want. Switch your point of attack, and bam, there's O'Brien. Just got under it and just couldn't get over that ball and put it on goal, but great movement there by Indy 11. That's exactly what you need to do to open up that defense and spread them out and then counter changing the point of attack. See if they can find the back of the net.
Looks like first substitution, ready to get the kid on for Sporting Club Jacksonville, so they will make a change coming up momentarily. He still has 4 and 3 windows in which they can use.
It's been a very entertaining game to watch tonight, Greg. Indy 11. It's probably the most entertaining game we've seen them play, even though the scoreboard doesn't reflect that they're in control. It's been a very enjoyable, entertaining game to watch, and you see the level of ability they have. They've just got to dig a little deeper here.
Rendon timed his run perfectly. Shizza, Neidlinger.
And look where Neidlinger is, right? He's a right back. He's playing outside back, and he's inside the 6,
but
inside the 18.
Dan, to be honest with you, you're correct on what you're saying. There's so little traffic on the other direction.
Correct.
He can get that far forward for the Indy 11.
And he's taking advantage of it. That's what I like. You're right, Greg. They're giving him that opportunity. The key thing there is he's recognizing it. So is Quinn on the outside. He's recognizing the fact that they're giving him that space. So make that decision to get forward.
Kieran Sadlier will be the player going forward. Opportunity here, but whistle for a handball going to be called. And Bruno Rendon saying, no, that's not me.
I'm telling you, you see the replay. I'm not sure it went off of Rendon. I thought it went off the Jacksonville arm from fast action. We'll see. Even Coach McCauley's questioning, let's see what happened here. I think it looks like it goes off Jacksonville's hand. Yeah, it looks like it goes to the left hand. Looked like they both might have hit it. Tough to tell, especially in fast action like that. Rendon was clear in his vocality of he did not touch that ball, but the referee saw it differently. Lots of time, Greg.
Quinn. Masanvi.
Nice ball.
Headed away by Sporting JAX. Neidlinger on the redirect. Ball was a millimeter away from sitting perfectly for Josh O'Brien. It will be another corner presented by IBEW 481.
Jacksonville is right now in just hang on for dear life mode. And can Indy 11 find a way to penetrate that mess of players in front of the goal?
We're going to hold on the substitution. Nope. He's brought in now. Rafferty Petter will exit. Kieran Sadlier will come on. And again, all of our substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiency. Because this is a far side corner. Lindley plays it with the right. Blake, one touch. That was another corner. So cue up the graphic one more time, boys. Our corner kick is brought to us by IBEW 481.
I like the short corner there. Pull the defense out of the box. Try to get Blake in there and serve the ball in. I like them mixing it up like that.
Now inside of the 6. Neidlinger. Rendon. Shoulder to shoulder. We play on. The bicycle, no. Chizza. Not done yet. Jeskalainen tries to carve out some space, and that's a foul on Jack Blake.
I thought Rendon got away with one there. Looked like a clear elbow, and referee let him play on. Got a little lucky there and almost got an opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net because of it.
So a chance, frankly, for both teams to breathe before the reset. Fans, watch Wish TV, your local news source, online at wishtv.com, and download the All Indiana Sports app for free today. Herbert just clears that one as best he can, and this is the first time that Sporting JAX has had the ball in this end of the park in a while.
Yeah, they have had zero attack. I mean, they have not had any offensive presence at all.
Good find on the opposite side. Player stumbles. Turf Monster gets a win there. And because, again, there's been not much pressure, Quinn, so just letting that ball trickle out, just restarts the attack. Now Masandri tries to find Rendon, but Oliveras. That drew applause from Coach McCauley. He liked the idea. In other words, don't take your foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, they've got to keep pressing. They're doing some good things and moving the ball well.
Player down for Jacksonville. Indy plays on, and Akwe will give the corner. Dan, who's it brought to us by?
IBEW 41.
Close, 481.
481.
Yeah.
God, I missed it. I'm sorry, Greg.
Close gets you in trouble with sponsors. Thankfully, the union are good people. They keep saying their name the entire broadcast.
IBEW 481.
See, there you go. Zeke Soto will be the second substitution. Zeke, just 19 years of age, but has been around this league the last couple of years. Spent some time with the Charleston Battery. Kind of like Logan Neidlinger. Young, but yet a veteran of the league. Not being waved on yet. To the edge of the 6, Rendon was the target. Quinn, Neidlinger. Neidlinger has a hit! Off the bar, headed down and in! Goal for the Indy 11. Make it 2 in minute number 65. Anthony Herbert gets the goal. He's used that noggin to lead the attack. Now that noggin puts the Indy 11 in the lead.
And what an opportunistic play by Neidlinger to get that shot off the bar. It stays in play, and Herbert is there with his size and presence, and finally gets a ball that he can pound. But Neidlinger gets a great effort here off the bar. And here comes Herbert. Up, got the empty net, catches Oliveras going the wrong way. Goes far post against the grain. Great goal.
Well, Herbert had an assist earlier this year. Now he gets the headed down goal to put Indy in front. By the way, the substitution for Sporting Club Jacksonville. Zeke Soto in, Luke Granitor will have a seat. And our substitutions are brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies. And any further substitutions by Sporting Club will have to be all at one time. They have one more window in yet to sub.
They got rewarded finally, Greg, for constant. What I liked about what Indy 11 is doing is they've been relentless. They have been relentless in their pursuit. And we've not seen that in this team that many times, and they've been doing it consistently now this entire half and most of the game, finally getting rewarded for it. So, well-deserved goal.
And frankly, Dan, I don't think if you're the Indy 11, you're changing what you're doing at all now that you've got a goal lead.
No, you're looking for that insurance goal now. You don't need to necessarily score another goal, but if I'm Coach McCauley, you keep attacking. The best defense is a good attack. Take the pressure away from not allowing Jacksonville to muster any type of an attack. They're going to throw 2 guys up top now, try to get something going. But Jacksonville's midfield has really been struggling this afternoon.
Yes, Skalainen had to come play that because that had ricocheted off of him. I guess Skalainen with Neville in front of him. And Eric Dick can watch that one go by harmlessly for an Indy 11 goal kick. Tonight's game presented in part by our friends at the Keystone Group, specializing in transformation development, construction, management, and investments.
It's one thing that we talk about the IBEW 481 corner kicks, Greg. The ability that, Indy 11 has on restarts like that. You'll see Neidlinger sit, top of the 18, hovering, but Craig and Herbert, the size those 2 guys have going up on a corner presents such a dangerous advantage for Indy 11, and they finally get rewarded for it because those 2 guys are great in the air with their size. And when Coach McCauley puts them up front and puts them into that mix and on a restart, just serves Indy 11 well and gives them more of an opportunity to bury that ball, and it certainly worked that time.
Opportunity here, Soto. Neidlinger and Craig combined to quell the opportunity. What to thank our friends at Dormicaba, their sponsorship of the Indy. Let me see it there on the sleeve of Logan Neidlinger. Dormicaba for every place that matters. Chisholm. It's a little bit more energy from Soto and Sadlier since they have arrived onto the scene for Sporting Club.
Yeah, good call by Coach Fox to get these guys some fresh legs in, and he's got to mix it up a little bit and try to light a fire under some of these guys. And coming in off the bench, you want to go in and have an impact, and good substitutions on Coach Fox's part.
Neidlinger just kind of hit and hope that time to a particular place. And Herbert and Jeskalainen each had a piece of jersey of the other.
Swapping jerseys there.
Which usually is after the match.
After the match,
not the 70th minute.
Not generally during the 70th minute.
No, round upon. Talked about Jeskalainen. His father played 20 years top end of English football. Goalkeeper. Wigan, West Ham, but primarily the Bolton Wanderers. On the cross, Neidlinger gets a boot in, and for the first time tonight, a corner for Sporting Club Jacksonville. Mentioned Harvey. Son of Phil. Gary would be his uncle. Spent time with both Inter Miami, too, and Inter Miami. Portland Timbers as well. And around the USL Championship a good part of the last 3 or 4 years. We'll play it short. Sadlier lifts it in. Shiza got there first. Quinn hustling out. And another corner.
Great D by Quinn. Great tracking.
Overruled by the referee. He says, not a corner, that's a goal kick. Our assistant referee pointed the corner flag, and that's what Ryan Edwards is claiming.
Yep, sometimes that happens. One AR sees it one way, and the referee can overrule, and he saw it a different way. It's tough to tell from here, where our vantage point, who it went off of, but clearly referee felt that warranted a goal kick.
Alan Edwards, Chisholm.
Chisholm's given a spark. He's come in and he's done a nice job. He's been more involved. He's doing a better job of pressuring, and just his presence, shakes it up a little bit up there. And it was a really good move on Coach McCauley's part to insert him at halftime.
Gomez hustling after the miscue. Lindley a touch, thinking Quinn would be there, and one of the rare times that he wasn't. Herbert on the hustle. Sometimes in life you just got to get in the way.
He did that very well. Did that very well.
And did so in a very legal fashion.
Yep, wasn't obstruction. He just used his shoulder, body to body, clean play.
Neidlinger taken off the ball there, but it will be possession maintained. That was Gomez that stepped in. Gomez on loan from Austin FC2 and MLS Next Pro.
Neidlinger taking it in. Rendon doing an overlap, pulling Gomez from defense to attract. Neidlinger's attracting him and just couldn't get that ball off of his foot there, but the movement was good.
It's going to be a foul against Loic Massanvi. And you're starting to see a little more of a spark here from Sporting Jacksonville.
Yeah, a little bit. They're coming in with some fresh legs. I think Coach Fox is doing a good job of trying to mix it up, trying to get something going.
It has been about as one-sided as we've seen for a while. Toe poke by O'Brien.
Indy 11's had good pressure on the ball when they don't have it.
Neville. Possession maintained, but now 30 yards from goal. Has a hit and won't stay on target.
Not a bad thought. I mean, he's got time. He took 5-6 touches there. He's ready to release it. He saw an opportunity, and not a bad thought. tough to execute this far away, 30 yards out. Hits it pretty well, and Eric sees it rising over the goal, no problem. But right now, if I'm Jacksonville, I'm throwing the ball to the goal. You never know what's going to happen, and that's not a bad play.
Player down for the Indy 11. We're playing on. That's Jack Blake. And now we'll stop.
He got hit in the back of the head.
Correct.
Oh.
Train will be waved on here.
See the replay on this. That's a dangerous area to get hit anywhere in the head, specifically the back of your head. It's not something you like to see for sure.
Gives both teams a chance to hydrate a little bit. I mean, weather conditions absolutely perfect tonight.
Take a look here. Ball coming in. Where's Jack? Looks like, oh, he got an elbow. Yeah. Yeah, looks like he got an elbow to the back of the head. And it doesn't have to be a hard hit, but where it hits, it's sensitive. I mean, it doesn't have to be this like vicious blow to knock somebody out or cause a problem. It's such a sensitive area that the smallest hit can even cause an issue. So good to see him up.
This is the minute waiting period, correct?
He'll have to come off and then get waved back on. And Sean McCauley made his only substitution at halftime. He's got 4 remaining, and he's got 3 windows in which to do it if he deems it necessary.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine.
He had a match earlier show they had used 1 substitution, and that was it.
I think Jack's going to come back in here. Good to see.
He's good. He's good. Yep.
That's shaken up.
Wave back onto the field of play.
The way the contact happened.
Indy goes to Fort Wayne next week. We're then hosting Lexington. First time that Lexington will have played here. Their second year in the championship after beginning their days as a pro club in League One. Blake digs in. Got to that legally around Rossiter. Then a turnover. Chizza leaves it. Lindley. Chizza. Blake puts it right on target, but right at the keeper.
Blake's had several opportunities tonight. All have gone right into the keeper, but he's getting those chances. Again, you see Lindley getting forward and making it happen, and a little bit of combination play with him and Chizza and Blake. It's good stuff.
Neville has wanted to bring that back to his right foot every time.
Yeah, and it's predictable, and it's easy to defend a player who's predictable.
Not a bad touch, but Quinn was ready for the challenge. Plays it back to Akwe, some 40 yards up the park.
You know, we haven't called Quinn's name a lot tonight, Greg, but every time he's around the ball, he's just so consistent, so reliable. It's just amazing.
Herbert did not hit that the way he wanted. I was trying to spring Rendon, but didn't get the desired effect on it. Let's remind your fans, tune into the CBS Sports Network next Saturday for round 2 of Prink's Tires USL Cup competition. It's the Richmond Kickers from League One against the Charleston Battery. No Low Country Derby. 6 o'clock Eastern Time next Saturday on the CBS Sports Network.
Foul on Blake. Indy 11's in total control right now. They're in control possession. They're in control with the pace. They're in control of the scoreboard.
You're 1 moment away,
right?
In a 1-goal game.
You are 1 moment away, but it's looking good for them. They're continuing to press. I'm Coach McCauley, like he said, he likes to go forward. He's not satisfied with a 1-goal lead. He wants to find that 3rd goal.
Fantastic touch by Rendon. Even if this ends up at the feet of Oliveras, that's still 50 yards in the opposite direction.
And Jacksonville just cannot find the feet of Jeskalainen. He's had less than 10 touches this half.
Chiza is on. Chiza can't beat the keeper.
Great save by Olivares.
Rendon, though, affects the clearance. Rendon again. Plays it in, swept away, throw in coming for the Indy 11.
What a great breakout play there, Greg. And Olivares comes out and does an incredible job of not just anticipating, but closing it down. Watch him close this down. Chiza tries to chip it over him, and Olivares just takes it off the face, right? Anything you can do to make a save. Brilliant save by Olivares. Not just the save, but the decision to come out and close it down, make himself big.
Blake slides it through. Chiza again. That's time it's with the feet. Olivares is keeping his team in it.
He is having a day. Not to mention he got beat up in the first half. He was bruised and battered. Those are two brilliant saves by Olivares within a minute of each other.
Well, frankly, partner, he's had a lot of practice.
He has had a lot of action tonight. Just a great kick save, you know, hockey goalkeeper style, right? And whatever it takes, that's what your goalkeeper does, whatever it takes. And Olivares has, in many ways, been the best player on the field for Jacksonville by far.
So final two substitutions for Sporting Jacksonville. Jacob Evans and Juan Kuzain come on. Thomas Roberts and Wahab Akwe, the players that will exit. Substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies. And can Jacksonville do something with those saves pulled by Olivares?
You're right. They got to be careful here.
Paco Craig got there in time. Blake holds his position in midfield. Chiza the target of Neidlinger. And again, Gomez takes no chances, just plays it sideways. Shots currently 22-5 in favor of the Indy 11. Shots on target 6-1, make it 7-1 as that updates now. So Olivares with 5 saved in tonight's game.
Yeah, he's done a great job. Kept Jacksonville in this game, but those numbers are good numbers for Indy 11. Numbers we haven't seen them put up this year.
Here's Evans, native of Chester, England, spent last year at the Carolina Corps. Next pro.
Again, you see a player coming off the pitch onto that track. Tough to tell who that is. Is that Alcock?
Yep.
On the ground. He goes down hard, and that is just such a difficult situation with the way this field is set up. They're flying off this field, and you're slipping. Watch him here. He's coming off a little bump, and then he just slips onto that track, and not just slipping on it, but landing on it. Yeah, that's a little bit of a risk hazard.
On the throw, and again, a lot of traffic here, and it will be a corner.
Oh, they're looking for a PK. They're looking for a PK there. Referee called it a corner. We'll see the replay. It looked like maybe a little bit of embellishment, but Jacksonville was knocking on that door, Craig. They're one stroke away from putting that ball in the net. Little scramble here. Well, there's definitely the contact from O'Brien. Ball's moving away from the goal. Referee didn't deem it to be scoring opportunity.
You're not going to get that. Yeah.
Right.
And interference going to be called against Sporting Jacksonville.
I'm not sure I'd want to mix it up with Eric Pitt.
He's a sizable fellow.
I'm not sure you want to mess around with that guy.
Next substitution for the Indy 11. They'll go a little more defensive-minded. Loic Massanvi will exit after 83 minutes of action. Hezron Berry will come on to replace him. All of our substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiency.
Berry will go back, and Quinn will move up a little bit. Going to the outside middle a little bit.
And Quinn immediately draws contact and draws a foul. And Indy now, frankly, does not need to be in a big hurry. Aggressive is one thing, but if you're given some time to kill, you can take advantage of that as well.
Clock management.
Indy 11 Soccer, sponsored by Hyatt Place. Experience comfort in downtown Indianapolis. Neidlinger will ask for a quick check. A little blood will have to get taken care of. So Indy will play a man down momentarily. Coming for the Indy 11. Looking for their third win in league play. Detroit City back in March was one. Monterey Bay here is the other.
Finishing strong is a key for Indy 11. They've been challenged.
Rendon just missed Blake flying in.
Blake came in hard. I mean, that would have been brilliant. Just couldn't get ahead on it.
Great touch by Paco Craig. As per usual. Keeping the rhythm on the back line. Rendon, I think, is about giving all he has at this point. Blake on the hustle. Remaining substitutes for the Indy 11, Mikel Rashid, Alejandro Matrano, Dylan Singh, and Kean Williams, along with Reece Charles Cook if needed in goal. Indy is down. He's down Charlie Sharp. They hope to get him back. Old Noble Okello at halftime in favor of Edward Chiza.
Yeah, getting Sharp back will add another dimension to Indy 11's attack for sure. As
Ron Barry escorts that ball across the byline, and again another player slips up at the end of the play.
It's Alcock again
for Jacksonville. Hezron played some college soccer matches on this pitch because he played at Green Bay in the Horizon League, native of Jamaica. Spent time in New England Revolution 2.
Alcock having words with the AR, thinking it was a foul.
Portion of the match presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Dylan Singh, who has a goal in this building this season. In fact, has the first goal in this building this season. On the cross, Lindley will work his way forward. Blake, and
gotta be a yellow there.
That is a card because of the breakup of the opportunity for the Indy 11.
Well, plus it looked like total intent. It was a breakup of the opportunity, Greg, but there was no desire to go to the ball there. That was all take Blake out, take the body out. It's clear intent. So yeah, the breakout play, but there's this that's just, and you're complaining about that? You're kidding, Neville. Really? Goodness. Good luck pleading that one.
Rendon. And will be a corner presented by IBEW 481. See if Singh is headed in for Rendon or potential for somebody else. It's going to be Rendon. Yep, Rendon has given everything he's had tonight.
Yeah, he's had a great game. He's worked hard. He's cramping up a little bit now. You can see him coming off with his right leg.
And he is told, hey, just go straight off the field.
Yeah.
Don't come back to the fourth official. Yeah. Just step off.
He's got cramps in the calf there, you can tell. And those are extremely painful, Craig. I mean, it just, after a while, your body just calls a timeout.
Bending in. Momentarily cleared by Jacksonville. Indy has one more substitution window if needed. Jacksonville has used what they can. Blake going to be whistled for this one.
Yeah, clear foul there. But the effort for watching Blake get back and tracking You know, they know that this game is not over. You know, they're in command, they're in the lead, but anything can happen, and you cannot let your guard down. You have to fight through the last minute. Last whistle.
And play.
Ball sent in, and Eric Dick with a read on it. And again, let's acknowledge that's been the issue for the Indy 11. In their 3 draws in league play, they have had the lead in the 85th minute or later of all of them.
Late in the game.
Singh is onside. Widen this on the attack. Slides it through. Great touch to find Jack Blake. Now Chizza. Chizza steps over. Chizza deflected again. Oliveras has been fantastic since giving up those 2 goals early in the half.
Unbelievable save. Another great shot, another great opportunity from Chizza. But Oliveras is there to answer the call again. Chizza, great 1v1 here. Great quick feet. And just gets a left hand on it, sprawling Oliveras. Great save. He has had one heck of a game.
Neidlinger. You can just kind of hit that to a spot, not to a player in particular. By the way, 5 minutes. We magically know before the 4th official shows it. Amazingly, we were right. Sources close to Wish TV have said 5 minutes.
You're amazing. I love it. It's the amazing rake straw, everybody.
You didn't read the you didn't read the screen, Dan. It was on the screen, brother.
I know. Fun.
You trying to close this one out?
5 minutes is a lot of time.
Yes, it is.
Got to stay disciplined here.
And frankly, it did not take long late in the first half for Sporting Jacksonville to create something. It's just been a little more balanced over the last 10-15 minutes. Singh does just enough to get that away from Juan Kuzain.
Keep good, clear communication on the field.
Great read by Barry. These 2 teams will see each other again on August the 15th. That ball will eventually trickle into the touch for a throw for the Indy 11. The Indy 11 to give up some real estate before resuming this. Indy 11 Soccer is sponsored by the Denny Company. It's tearing down the past so you can build the future. All the way next, the corner flag. Stay tuned for our Desnuda Organic Tequila post-game show. Talk to head coach Sean McCulley, a couple of members of the Indy 11. Last time we did our post-game show, we found video from like a different millennium, so I have no idea what's going to happen in the post-game show. Dan and I both had hair in those shots.
A long time ago, Greg.
It was. Standard definition. We're lucky it wasn't in black and white.
We're starting whistling the theme song to Andy Griffith.
On the road at Fort Wayne next week. That is in Prinks Tires USL Cup play.
Sending the ball to Huskalainen in the air just hasn't worked at all for Jacksonville. You think after you do it 35 times in a row and it doesn't work, you change it up, try to get the ball to his feet. But they have not been able to do that.
Rossiter. And Rossiter taken down outside of the 18. Here's the opportunity for Sporting Club Jacksonville.
Yeah, this is
all hands on deck now for Jacksonville.
Good call. I mean, clean, good foul. Good call on the foul. This is a one-touch shot. You shoot this. You're not chipping it inside the box. You're not doing anything fancy or pretty or goofy. You're just literally, you got an opportunity here late in the game to get a quality shot on goal, undefended. You shoot this ball.
This is where you look at your best skill player in the field and go say, do something with it. Sadlier and Jeskalainen are the players that are
Sadlier is going to step up.
You see Indy going with the kind of modern treatment to let the wall jump, have somebody down to kind of cover that low angle. Sadlier from London. Wycombe Wonders in the English Football League.
3 Jacksonville players in the wall are going to scatter, try to create space. So he's looking maybe to go far post here. So Eric Dick's got to keep an eye on that ball. He's screened a little bit, so he's got to be really careful. He can get a good look when that ball is struck.
It's been a while since we've seen magic spray in a game. It just got put down to let the wall know this is exactly where you can go.
Great opportunity for Jacksonville here.
And Sadlier up and over the bar. Had the bend.
Nice opportunity.
Sometimes you can almost get fouled too close to the 18, and that maybe was the case there.
Got to get that up and down pretty quick. He's going far post and just gets under it a little bit. Just could not get the kind of bend that he needed. Put it over. Probably the last look Jacksonville may have.
This goal kick. Chizza, great job to keep that in play. Neidlinger gets ahead to it. You're looking at probably about a half a minute left to go. This should be the final opportunity for Sporting Jacksonville, and Chizza with the hustle. Quickly, the restart. Smart play by the visitors. Eric Dick all the way out to track that down. And this clearance should just about do it.
You know, Eric Dick has not had to make any great saves tonight, but he has absolutely come up huge, anticipating and coming out and making plays like that to cancel any type of attack. Fantastic stuff.
It was a night that, frankly, felt more lopsided than 2-1. Because it was a 1-goal margin, it was a nail-biter to the end. But the Indy 11 do what so many others have done before, and that is hand defeat to Sporting Jacksonville. Final score this evening, Indy 11-2 and Sporting Jacksonville 1. We'll take this quick timeout. Final thoughts on this one, get you to the Desnuda Organic Tequila postgame show as you're watching Indy 11 Soccer.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at your Sherwin-Williams store.
Deep inside you, there's a spark waiting to be ignited, a yearning for a real connection, something that truly moves you. Find experiences that stir your soul in our new Kentucky home, where amazing nature and authentic bluegrass inspire you, where world-renowned bourbon and horses wow you. Kentucky, find what moves you.
Tonight's match is presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. And by IU Health. Indiana University Health is proud to be the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Indy 11, supporting athletes in our community with expert orthopedic and sports injury care close to home. After giving up a late first-half goal to trail at the break, the Indy 11 responded quickly. A fifth goal at all comps by Bruno Rendon, and then Anthony Herbert with the header. And Indy played with a lead and kept it, which again has been something they have had issues with during the course of this season. 2-1 the final score in this one. Time to get to our securing the win moment, which is brought to us by Allegiant. Indy controlled play the entirety of the match. But off this Logan Neidlinger shot, Anthony Herbert gets that turf bounce to go his way, and all 3 points stay in Indianapolis tonight.
What a great header. Heads it down, heads it far post. The one time Oliveros is actually out of position. Great goal by Herbert, well deserved.
So Indy picks up all 3 points. They push back across the playoff line. They were just south of it as of the beginning of tonight's match. Those of you in Indianapolis, stay tuned. The Desnuda Organic Tequila Postgame Show. That man will be one of our guests, Anthony Herbert as well. Not to mention head coach Sean McCulley. It all comes your way next on Wish TV.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
Indiana is built on community, pride, and coming together. And on match day, that spirit lives at the heart of Indy 11.
Cuts it back, headed home. It is time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis for the first time this year.
Families, friends, lifelong fans, and first-time supporters alike. It's more than a match. It's a place where Indiana gathers to cheer, celebrate, and belong. Experience the energy at the mic. Get your tickets today at Indy11.com.
Owning a home can be complicated.
Why? Oops.
How am I going to explain this to your mother? She hasn't even been gone 2 hours.
You know what? I'm just going to call him.
Pros for over 80 years.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
Welcome back. It is our Desnuda Organic Tequila post-game show, and it can be a celebratory shot or two for the Indy 11 tonight. There were shots of plenty, and in the second half, there were a pair of goals to go with it. Again, Desnuda, 100% organic tequila, how real tequila tastes. The Indy 11 win or lose. Sean McCulley always joins us during the post-game show. Congrats on the win, my friend. How you feeling after that one?
Yeah, relieved a little bit, if I'm honest, because, you know, when you create so many chances and dominate the majority of the game, you think that it's not going to go your way in the end, but